Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, I can speak and I can shout. I am grateful to God for life, for another day. Yesterday, I sounded so hoarse and so bad, but I'm grateful because I was um, sold out in doing my goal life. So, regardless of how I was feeling yesterday, and I was able to do my goal line yesterday. And I appreciate every one of you who were concerned about how hers I was. I had some nice tea, some warm water, got some rest, and rested my voice. And you can hear me right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Veterans Day to all our service members and family of the military. Thank you for your time and service to humanity. Thank you because of your work. Our borders and our nations are safer. So thank you. It's Veterans Day here in the United States. So if you have a veteran close to you or your community, please share some love. I have some friends in the military. I have other close family friends who are also in the military, and your service is greatly appreciated. So today is my day 38 of my 90-day Go Life Challenge. And I want to talk about something really important to our becoming, and that is self-awareness. Awareness is a key to unlocking your potential. And as the saying goes, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your path. So it will direct your life, your path, and you will call it faith. So you have just throw your life there just by anything. You have to do that. And that is a quote by Carl Jung. So today I want to talk about self-awareness. A lot of us are not so self-aware of who we are, our capacity, our abilities, and we just let things just go. No, I want to talk about self-awareness because it matters a lot to each and every one of us, especially we entrepreneurs. Self-awareness help us recognize our habits, triggers. What are the things that trigger you? When you're a self-aware person, you will know what are your habits. You don't need to wait for somebody else to come like flick the like, no, no, no. You learn things about yourself, study yourself just as much as you study somebody else, right? And when you're very self-aware, you don't need the other person to pick some habits and some things out for you. You know yourself even before they say like, yeah, I know, either I'm working on it, or is a good one, or is a bad habit or something, right? What triggers you? What are the patterns you see and observe in your life? When you're self-aware, it allows us to see what is working and what is not working, what's holding us back, what are some of those things that are limiting factors in our life, what is our strength and our weakness. So being self-aware means having a clear and honest understanding of your own thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, and your motivation, right? It involves recognizing how your very action and things that you do impact other people. So when you're self-aware, it's not just about you in picture only, but how does your action or inaction affect other people? And understanding your strengths and weaknesses are also things that a self-aware person will have. Self-awareness allow you to tune in to your feelings, right? It help you to tune into your feelings, your reactions. How do you react to other people? What people say, what people do, right? And it help you make conscious choices rather than just acting out of habits and impulses. You just don't want to be that impulse person like a child. You want to know yourself and how you react to people, situations. That stems from self-awareness. And in a simple term, I would say self-awareness is like having an internal mirror for yourself, right? It reflects your value, it reflects your beliefs and your tendencies, giving you an insight into who you are. It gives you a wholesome definition of who you are. Like, this is my value, and all those things are you'll be said to be a very self-aware person, right? Self-awareness can be, we can put that in two categories in terms of something from your internal, right? You as a person versus the outside world. So I kind of put it in two category as internal self-awareness, knowing your own inner emotions, knowing your own self, your own drive, what drives you, how your emotions affect your behavior, right? Then you talk of external self-awareness, understanding how others perceive you. How do people relate and perceive you, your actions, your behaviors, your persona? How does other people view you? So being self-aware helps you interact even more with people effectively, either as a leader or as an individual in your community. Help you build stronger relationship. When you're self-aware, your relationship with your spouse, with your children, with co-workers, other business associate, right? Because you're a self-aware person. And it also, goes as far as your personal development, right? It helps a better relationship, your leadership style, your emotional intelligence. Because I hear people talk about emotional intelligence. You need to be a self-aware person to even talk of emotional intelligence. You have to be a very self-aware person, because that helps you to regulate your empathy about things and help in regulation of your emotions and all that. So that's what we're talking about today. So please, 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 again, my name is Hadiza. I want us to be very self-aware. Why? Because it is a major foundation layer in our becoming. You cannot say you become something if you don't know what the bricks of your life that you're putting together, what is shaping you, what are those values, right? But we are aware, okay, this is my value. I don't tolerate lying, I don't lie, or I don't do this. I do my values are scriptural based and stuff like that. That's you being self-aware, and then you can structure your life based on those things that you want. So let me share an example. So early in my online business journey, when I started in 2021, I had to acknowledge that I was just procrastinating a lot of things, do some stuff, I shift them forward. But what I was experiencing when I sit down to think, like, why am I procrastinating a lot? And I noticed that my procrastination stems from fear of failing. What if I fail this business? I'm putting my money on the line here. Is it better for me to just leave my money in a bank account to get some twinkly of interest, if any, under $1, right? Or I wasn't comfortable being on social media, you know. So some of those were my fears that I had, and because of that, procrastinating. If you listen to me about how long it took me to start doing go live, now I do go live literally every day. But before then, I realized that I was afraid to fail. I didn't want to fail in my business. I didn't want to lose my money. I didn't want to be seen on social media. I was afraid of what other people would say. But it took me being self-aware to sit down and think. But once I became aware of that it was fear that was controlling my procrastination and all this stuff I'm doing, I had to address that headlong. Like, listen, Hadiza, fear of failure can keep you in your comfort zone. I have to evaluate where I want to be in the next 4, 5, 10 years. And I weigh it with my career. Whatever I was earning in my career, give me the financial independence I was yearning for. With my career, the money I earn as a salary, will it give me the time, freedom, and flexibility I'm yearning for, right? But when I was able to do that, my growth jumped, because I had to deal with the fear. I had to deal with the fear, and I could tackle it headlong because I identified what the problem was. So if you're looking to grow in your career, in your business, maybe start taking stocks of what's going on, where you are now, and how you feel about where you are, the current part of your career, current part of your business. And this kind of reflection can be a game changer, because it was for me. And for a lot of people who have done this, is a game changer. So the action plan here, I want to give us an action plan. Maybe you take 10 minutes a day to just journal about your strength. Where are the areas you're strong at? What are you very good at doing? Maybe you can clean the house, sparkly clean. You're good at managing your time well, waking up early. No matter what it is, as little as it is that make up your day, journal those stuff. Now you want to also know, like, okay, where am I stuck in my journey? What's not working? What is not working right now in my journey, in my career, in my business? What is not working? Where do I need to make some adjustment? Because sometimes we are stuck and we have to learn how to unstuck. And one of the ways I've learned to get myself unstuck is being aware that I'm even stuck in the first place, because we are so used to going in the motion. We are used to going in the motion, go to work, come back, watch TV, eat some food, time with your friends and family, and then bed, and then you go through the whole circle again, week after week, year after year. But do you want a change? Do you want something different in the way? So when you sit down and evaluate your day, how did my day go? You evaluate it, you look at it, you journal. Sometimes when you write, I like writing on paper. That's where my creativity kicks in, when I'm writing on paper than me just typing. My finger to the keyboard is not as magical as my hand in a pen and paper, because sometimes I'll chew on the pen, bad habit, or I'll scratch my head with it, but I'm writing. That's my creative moment. Or sometimes I'm just doodling on a piece of paper with a pen. Then I'm thinking of, okay, what kind of reflection can I do in terms of changing myself? So those are your game plans. So when you feel stuck, what excites you? Those are some of the things you want to journal about, because when you journal in these areas, it does help you know exactly what's going on in your head, in your mind, and emotionally what's affecting you. I'm around this person, I feel this way, or I'm around this person, I'm happy. Like, you write your feelings, you write those things down, because when you journal, like you're right, you will be able to notice a pattern over a period of time, right? But that's where awareness comes about. So our awareness also extend to your career choices. Why did you make the career choice? Why did I come into online business, right? So our online business model encourages this kind of reflection, helping people see how they can make smarter work. They work smarter, not harder, in terms of labor. And you're also designed to have a life that you truly love. That's what this online business. So, like, it's checked the values for me, and that's one of the things that make me to start this online business, right? So, if I also want to recommend a book, if you want to learn about self-awareness, one of the books I will recommend by Daniel Goldman is Emotional Intelligence. Emotional Intelligence is a really nice book to dive in a little bit there, because I used to overlook time. And I wasted, the time I wasted being distracted and stuff like that. But once I became aware of this, I was able to restructure my schedule. Like, sometimes you're distracted, whether surfing on social media, you're distracted, doing same things over. Like, I used to like watching some movies, right? Or some skits and stuff like that. Those were major distractions for me. Those are the time I could use to do something else. I had to restructure my schedule so that then I'm not pushing things into the night. And then you're doing those things, then you finish late, you go to bed late, and the circle rolls through your day. And then you wake up late, or you wake up early, and yet you're tired and you're giving your best out that day. So for me, being aware that I was procrastinating, being aware that I'm being distracted and wasting my time on things that are not necessarily bad to do, but in terms of my level of productivity, there were distractions. So I had to create a way to, like, eliminate some of those stuff. So those are like things that I've done. And being self-aware, you are able to do a lot of that. You're able to know, okay, does this thing profit me or not? Is this valuable to me or not? So that those are some of the stuff. When we are self-aware, it helps us, have that clear and honest discussion with ourselves and have a better understanding about ourselves and who we are. what we can and what we cannot do. What I can do, I shift it to somebody else to do it. And there are some things I can do it very well, I do it. But there are some things that yet I know I can do them very well, but someone else can do them better. And I may pay them to do it. And there's some things that other people I don't like to do. People enjoy doing it, so I let them do it. So I pay them to do it. Right. So in the same way, what's my goal? I want to have time to do some things that are important to me and just make and do it. Right. And for instance, things like that, it comes from the knowledge of self-awareness. So I really want us to be self-aware that we control our emotions when we are self-aware. We are not just taking or living by chances. What happened, whatever will be kind of situation. No. You take time to study yourself, because some people, they'll tell you they're experts in studying other people. Be the expert of studying yourself, because when you know yourself, you know how to interact with somebody else. You know what to tolerate from somebody else, because you know yourself, you know your strengths, you know your ability. So being self-aware is a very important skill, and it takes practice. It takes practice. It's not something you just get over. What is a continuous life thing. As we change from age bracket to age bracket, as we embark on so many responsibilities and duties in our life, the awareness change, right? But there are some core that is part of who we are. We can't change that, especially if it's something, a positive thing about us. We can make that better and improve on that. And then when we are self-aware, when we see our weaknesses and stuff, there's some that we can improve on. But if you are not self-aware, you won't be able to improve on it. Or you may know it and you give excuses on it. I always say only you buy your own excuse. Nobody else is buying. The person may look like they're agreeing with you. Truth be told, they don't. Only you can buy your excuses. You can give 1,000 excuses and you feel, oh yeah, he bought it. No, he didn't. Or she didn't. Only you buy your own excuse. So let's stop giving excuses and be self-aware and not be embarrassed. Sometimes when we are not self-aware about certain things, we get embarrassed. So my charge to us is learn to be aware of yourself, of other people, because when you're aware about what's going on around you and within you, it makes you a better person, a better leader. It helps with your own growth, not just how you interact with other people, but make you a better relationship manager with be it immediate and on the larger community. All right. So I hope you found value. Let me know if this was something worth listening to. So thank you so much for your time. Is 7:23 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. And I hope you have a lovely evening. Bye. Good night.